This is Carnivore Ron, and this video is about veganism and vegetarianism. Most of the foods in the modern grocery store simply did not exist 200 years ago, or were not available to most people. There were no piles of oranges or fruits from other nations. There were no canned products other than what you yourself canned. There were no sugar-free chocolates. There were no breakfast cereals. There were no gluten-filled ice creams in freezers. Belinda Fettke has researched the origin of the modern vegetarian and veganism movements. She traced it all back to the founder of the Seventh-day Adventist denomination, Ellen White. She proclaimed the Garden of Eden diet, which is vegetarianism. Kellogg, who is the founder of the Cereal Corporation, was also a Seventh-day Adventist. He founded the meat alternative movement by creating meat-free breakfast foods. Lena Cooper, also a Seventh-day Adventist, co-founded the American Dietetics Association in 1917. She was the first supervising dietitian for the U.S. Army from 1918 to 1919. She created the Department of Dietetics at the National Institutes of Health, which is responsible for biomedical and public health research. She wrote textbooks on nutrition, which are still studied today by dietitians. She advocated for plant-based diets. And of course, she and other people have led our government to also advocate for plant-based diets. In my own experience, I've talked to several Seventh-day Adventist ministers. They all relate to me their experience at Loma Linda University in Loma Linda, California. There, they were served only vegan, vegetarian meals on campus. Loma Linda also has a medical school for Adventists. There are some prominent YouTube influencers who are Adventists and are vegan and vegetarian. Now, is veganism and vegetarianism harmful? In my opinion, yes. In July 2020, a Florida vegan mother was sentenced to jail for the death of her child. She fed the child only a vegan diet, and she was not the first or only vegan parent convicted of harming children. Once a popular vegan advocate, Jon Venus, left veganism because he saw what the vegan diet was doing to his first child. And if the vegan diet is harmful to children, which it is, on the long term, what is the vegan diet doing to adults? Many comment sections of carnivore influencers are filled with adults whose health was destroyed by their vegan diet and restored by eating the carnivore diet. Currently, I know a few vegans. One of my children had a vegan Thanksgiving, and most vegans proclaim themselves to be ethical vegans. And veganism appears to have become a religion that true believers cannot question nor leave. People who leave veganism, such as Jon Venus, have had death threats against them. And I personally have to conclude that vegans are future carnivores, because veganism and vegetarianism are both harmful to people. Our ancestors did not paint plants on cave walls. They painted the animals that fed them and were important to life. Please research this topic yourself, and below are links to YouTube videos concerning this topic. And please objectively view the facts before deciding for yourselves. And thank you for listening.